Well, you kind of already touched on it. Our splits are really competitive. I probably would have changed those a little bit, but on one hand, it's one of the reasons why we had, attracted so many people to the team in the beginning. I don't think it's something we should go back on now. And, we could just keep that rolling in different ways. The structure initially of giving all of our business away. I mean, we gave it all away. So any past clients, fear, new people popping up, whatever, even our own leads that we've been working for a long time, we gave to our original team members. And that was tough. I mean, that was tough on losing the 60% of that transaction. And then also, sometimes if it was like a Sphere client, it might have felt like we were kind of passing them off to a team member. And so I don't know if it affected any of those relationships. And those things are still sort of hard to deal with. But for the most part, I just think that giving away clients and stepping away from production too early, maybe reconsider the amount we were taking on splits. And then the other thing that I would do differently is we originally committed to 4 client events every year, 1 a quarter. And doing that became, for if you and I were just doing it, it's not as big of a deal because it would just be, you, me, and 100 clients or whatever. But when you add in 8, 20 team members, whatever, as we grew that first year, you're adding in hundreds of other people. So it literally was becoming like a full-time event planner thing, which is fun. But I was also, still running the team and running our family and doing all these other things. So we scaled that down to 2 client events a year. And it was also super expensive. And we were covering the cost of most of that. So I just think scaling back a little bit.
I think the split thing is always an interesting conversation for most people thinking about starting a team. I think there's 2 sides of the coin. When I studied at people's businesses, I looked at the model of like, hey, we're giving you business, therefore you're going to keep like 30 or 40% of this split, and we're going to keep 70 or 60%. But when I would study those models, I would see, or like the Rainmaker model, where not only are they on the low split, but the sales are also going in the Rainmaker's name. And I was studying that and I was seeing like, okay, these agents are getting trained very well, and they're getting so much experience and they're making good money from doing this. But it was like this hamster wheel of training, because these agents get trained up and then they're like, hey, I want to go make 100%, or I want to go make 90%. So they leave. So I think it was strategic. And I think, when we say, would we go back and change it? Probably not. I would say I wouldn't have stepped out of the business.
Yeah.
Because the other side of the coin is, if you just take a little bit out of everybody and you make a lot of those people successful, then you will also be successful. And I felt like that helped us grow our team so fast and helped us grow our reviews from like 100 as like you and I together, solo agents with 1 Google business profile, to now having over 1,675 reviews, and everybody buying in on this team concept. That would never happen if we were on really low splits, I think.